Welcome to Comic Support. This is Leon Scorpius, and you're watching Pullbox Updates for Cable number 155. Needed to get this video out to you super quick, so I'm not in my studio today, but we were making do. This is actually my PC gaming setup, but I'm there in spirit. I'm in the studio in spirit. You got the lovely cover art here for Cable 155. The new story arc is called Past Fears. This is actually a brand new writer and artist team up. You have writer Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler paired up with artist German Peralta. And it wasn't that long ago since we already kind of rebooted Cable. But we talk about on Comic Support what's a good jumping on point, and I would say that if you love Cable, if you love X-Men, if you love 90s comics, this is one that you absolutely should add to your pull box. Cable 155, hopefully there's still one on the shelf. If not, obviously you can pick it up digitally on Comixology or the Marvel Comics app. And it was just a really great encompassing story of Cable. Of course, we have a lot of Cable comics going on right now. If you saw the last arc, it was a great arc as well. And it's because the Deadpool 2 movie's coming out. Cable's going to be a major component of it. And this is a perfect comic to jump on and kind of learn a little bit about his origins, a little bit about his backstory. It focuses on the techno-organic virus that Cable has. So he has his metal arm, and this actually touches base on a little bit. But another thing that was great about this book is it touches on all of Cable's core elements. He's a time traveler. This was somebody that was thrown into the future for his protection, and he time jumps. So there's a lot of time traveling that happens. There's adventures that happen. There's pages that are dedicated to just him adventuring and doing these time jumps, and it was super cool. And you kind of see him. There's a couple of flashbacks, so you can kind of see how he got to his point, and specifically the enemy that they're going to be facing in this arc. The other part that I really loved about this jumping on point is they bring back the character Hope Summers. Now, if you're not familiar with Hope Summers, she premiered in the Messiah Complex and the Messiah War, and I think most importantly, you'll see her more as a teenager in like X-Men Second Coming, Generation Hope, and of course the X-Men versus Avengers run. She is super important in the X-Men storyline because after the Scarlet Witch decimated the mutant population essentially and depowered everybody, Hope was one of the first to be born as a mutant again. So after all this time without any mutants, you had the first baby born with mutant abilities, and everybody wanted her, whether they wanted her for one reason or another, if they just wanted to get rid of her, eliminate her, and hunt her down. It was really stressful, and Cyclops trusted his son Cable with Hope, and so Hope is not Cable's biological daughter, but Cable takes Hope and time travels with her and takes care of her until she's essentially a young adult, and she comes back. And one of my pet peeves is you have characters that, because artists or writers just aren't familiar with them, they disappear and they don't ever show up. But in this case, I loved how Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler was able to take the character of Hope and move her story forward. It's while there's a lot of the other lights that came from Generation Hope that we haven't heard from in a long time, Hope was the main character, so I'm glad they have her back, and it's been exciting. You have this really heartfelt reunion between Cable and Hope, and they go on an adventure together. But there's a lot of classic Cable things in here, a lot of classic Cable action. You actually have Sentinels in here. You have Nimrod come back. So I just felt it was a really cool jumping on point. I really wanted to let everybody know. It came out a little while ago, so hopefully there's some back issues there that are in some of your local comic book shops. But if not, add it to your pull box now so you can get the next issue in your pull box. This has been Leon Scorpius. Thank you for joining us on Pull Box Updates. You can follow me on Twitter at Leon Scorpius and tell me what you thought about Cable number 155. And as always, a like and subscribe is appreciated if you like this type of content. Big shout out and thank you for Taymation Studios for publishing our videos, and we'll see you next time.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to watch more from us, click on one of the thumbnails. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with our latest shenanigans. Be sure to click the bell for notifications, and check out the description below for a link to our Patreon page. See you next time!